The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
Information's out there, all you have to do is let it in.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo. Someone asked me the other day, so how's 2025 treating you? I said, it reminds me of that story of the guy that fell off the 10-story building. As he was falling down and passing each floor, he was heard to say, well, so far so good.
tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. It's early Friday night. I'm glad that you found out that I was showing up early. And to those of you that didn't, I apologize. You'll get here and I'll be walking out the door because I, for once, have somewhere else to go. And so I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss out from giving you a show tonight. So first thing we have to do, who's we? The mouse in my pocket, I guess, is to where is it? Find this
Clickety-click.
and turn the camera on. Hey, everybody. Good to be seen by you all. Welcome. We made it again. You're on the right side of the grass, so you can pat yourself on the back if you can reach. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a fun time, cram as much as I can into the 2 hours that I have, because like I said, my normal time I have to be out of here. So, but I did manage to acquire my what do we say, sister from another mister? I think that's how you say it. The wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful Jen.
Jen, to you.
There she is, or there's an average. There she is, and she's muted.
Hola.
Hola, Jen. Good to see you. Good to see you. So
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, so I told Jen, I don't know if she is going to be able to do it or not, but because since tonight, when normally I have nowhere else to go,
I got nowhere else to go.
tonight I do. And so we'll cram in as much as I've got more tabs I think I've ever had before. My computer's barely moving, and we'll get as much of the show done as we can, and then maybe if she still, feels inclined, you can move the party over there after my show's over if you decide to do that.
We'll see. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, welcome. Good to see you again, Jen, and everyone that's rolling into the room. Thank you for getting here early, everyone. And I guess, what should we do? I should just jump right into it and clear some of these tabs, and we'll go from there. So, sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's
Get
see.
this party started.
That's very true.
All right, so let's see. And then you'll see the ridiculous amount of, and I did make a little video. We can play that too. You'll see the ridiculous amount of tabs that I have open as I click through here. I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous.
That is, wow, that's a lot.
That's like 2 shows worth, but we'll try to fly through as many as we can. Lots been going on in the world, so
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff is going on.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, starting off with this. And by the way, if anybody didn't notice on the calendars, I showed this the first week, whatever show that was. The calendar this month started on a Wednesday. And so this year actually started with WTF, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or what? And man, it's really been working, right? Yeah. So we had this telling us what was to come week 1. And week 2, of course, California was on fire and still is. And in addition to California being on fire. Oh, I thought this was interesting. Did you see this, Jen? There was 8 Ukrainian generals' mansions that burned down in L.A.
Oh, okay.
And the weird, yeah, but why do 8 Ukrainian generals have mansions in
That's
LA?
a good question. That is a legit question right there.
Right? As we continue to send billions over there, whatever.
Yeah. Like for their pension fund and stuff. We're sending money over there for. It's ridiculous. They just make up anything, I think, just to see if anybody will get outraged, and nobody ever does. So
no one cares. They move on. They see what their sports team is doing. Oh, which, by the way, I should, before I go any farther, why is he wearing such a funky outfit? So these are the Ottawa somethings. I don't know what they are. It's a hockey team, I believe. And this was sent to me all the way from France. Now, Shabu sent me this. Well, I didn't even. Here's the guy.
From France.
No, this is a team in Canada, I guess. I don't know who they are. I haven't researched them. Hopefully, it's not an Illuminati thing. I don't know what letter O is in the alphabet, but what number it is. But in any case, yeah. So I just wanted to, it was wonderful. He sent this. He sent a few other goodies in there too. He sent this. Where'd that book go? It was a book on Jesus from like the 50s or so. It's really cool. He said this thing, which I don't know what to do with it. It's a mouse that he sent for Sarah, of course, but it sounds so much like a mouse. Let's see.
Oh,
That
yeah.
It freaks out my dogs. And they have one dog that he's a mouse killer. So he keeps running around, figure where is it? And he wonders why I'm allowing this one to stay here. So
Right.
we'll figure
stripping 'em
that out. But he also sent me off. You can see back there the I'm watching you shirt. With
Nice.
Got that too. And some other wonderful things from him. So thank you if you're watching or listening, Shapu.
Yep, he's in the chat.
Excellent.
He said
Thank
it's
you so
Jinx's
much.
favorite toy, that mouse.
What's that?
The mouse is Jinx's favorite toy.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah really hasn't really taken a thought on it one way or another. But like I said, I have a dog that wants to just tear it up because he doesn't
Right.
understand why. Say what? Oh my gosh. Thank you, hon. I knew there was more in that package. Okay, here's the thing. For a special occasion tomorrow, I'm making breakfast for my loving wife.
Ooh, I know what you're gonna say.
He put in, do you have one of those? You bring them up, but he put in pure maple syrup.
Yeah, it's good
Canada.
stuff right there that he sent.
Oh.
I have some of it.
So I'm going to be making homemade pancakes, and we're going to be cracking that open. Now, Shapu, let me know, what's the first one we should try, the amber or the dark? He sent me 2 flavors. So,
Ah.
yeah. But, I can't wait for that. How could I have forgotten that? I got a lot on my mind right now, but, yeah, I'm super excited about that. So, yeah. Are we burning down the house, says Brenda? Hopefully I won't. Where's that one? I can't even find it. There it is. This one. See, hopefully that doesn't happen. But yes. Okay, where was I? I was we were screen sharing. So, and then let me know, Shapu, which one we should go for. The regular or the dark. So okay. And thank you. I'm looking forward to the show too. We'll figure out what I'm gonna be doing. Okay. And let's see. And God bless you too. So, and cheers to Master of Puppets or Pastor of Muppets. I always get that confused. Okay, let's see. Let's go back into the screen share. And Sarah was really, really loving the box that everything came in too.
Yeah.
Just,
All you need is a box, a paper bag, and a cheap rope from the Dollar Tree, and your cat will be happy for the rest. And a 10-foot extension cord for your, like a 10-foot charging cord for your phone that you don't use anymore. They love that too.
Yeah, the only problem is if you use a cord or something, and then you get them into where they might chew on regular ones you don't want them to. So
yeah, I guess so. But anyway, they have a lot of fun at my house with it. They don't chew on it.
Huh? I think too much. I try to think and nothing happens. Yeah.
Don't overthink. You might explode.
Where do I have? Let's see here. Like this.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. Boom, baby.
Okay. And I don't think anyone's tardy. We're all kind of early, but if Melanie is in the chat, I don't know if she is yet. You're really not quite tardy, so don't worry.
Wherever she is, Johnny will be right behind her, I'm sure.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Shoot. Let's go back to the screen share and get rid of some of these tabs. Clickety click. All right. Let's see. Where were we? We were here. So yeah, the mansion's burned down for the Ukrainians. And just so you know, like, I know in America we're only fixated on ourselves. That's just the way we were brought up. But there's apparently wildfires. There's one. This is in Argentina that is just out of control.
Isn't it one of the parts in Revelations where a third of the earth will be burnt?
Yeah, I was looking at that again just to double check.
Yeah,
where it is, but it's
and
in
then
Revelation.
the Pope just opened a bunch of seals or some portals or some shit like that, supposedly, and all this weird, crazy stuff. This weird fog that's everywhere that people are experiencing. That's like doesn't seem like real fog. It's like lingers too long and it's really thick. It stays for days and stuff.
Well, I don't know if you saw it last week. I showed it. We had it out here, and I filmed some of it.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. You're going to show it? You should show it.
I'll look for it real quick. It has particles in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So
and it leaves like a residue all over everything. Like
Well, let me kill some of these tabs. You got this is going on in Argentina. This is going on in Cape Town, South Africa. So another wildfire there. Moss Landing, California just erupted. And of course, this is a battery lithium fire for all the freaking electric cars. So now there's toxic plumes and stuff, and they're telling everyone to what? To shelter in place. So you got that going on.
Wonderful. Where's that at again?
It's called Moss Landing, California.
Oh.
So I'm not quite sure where that is, but yeah. So that's going on. And then where was this one? This one's Tecate, Mexico. They got a fire starting up there. So yeah, I don't know exactly how much a third of the earth technically is, but it sure seems like a lot of the earth is on fire right now.
It sure does, and it seems to be like continuing, like it's like a new place every day. That's so it's just crazy.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, could you, someone or Jen, can you put your channel link in there? Someone
yeah, sure. Or you know what? Curtis is in the chat. Maybe he can grab it real quick.
Yeah, do it, will you, Curtis? Come on. Oh, Doug did it. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Okay. What was I doing? Oh, you wanted to see this check this out. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So this was December 5th or January 5th, rather. I said it wrong.
When you put on this heavy flashlight we have.
What the F, bro?
That's in the air right now.
And it looks so much worse with just seeing it, you know.
Oh my God, it almost looks like it's snowing out.
Yeah.
And this, wow.
But without the flashlight, you couldn't see it. It's in the air. It's just.
Yeah. I've seen stuff like this in the air before, like when humidity's coming and stuff. Because I'm always outside with the cats looking for them at night, like in the woods and stuff. So I've seen that, but not to this extent. This is crazy.
We've had it a few times already now.
What the hell do you think it is? What's going on? What are they doing?
I have no idea. Look at that.
One guy said that he took a scoop of it and looked at it under a microscope, and it looked like cells and stuff.
So that's what it looks like when you put the light on it. And I only see it at night. Like during the day, I think it's too bright or something. But you can see, look, you can't see it normally. It wasn't until I put the flashlight up on it, because see, you can barely see it. But when you put it up and you see it in the sky, it's against the dark backdrop.
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
No bueno.
No bueno, exactly. So I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not fog like we're used to, for sure.
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with fog at all, in my opinion. It's something else for sure.
So, okay. Let's see. Let me go back to this.
Thank you for the new sub, Alfredo. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I want to say welcome to all the new people. There's so many new names in here. It's wonderful that somehow I'm getting more new people in here, though. Keep on coming. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, clickety click. Let's go here. So, yeah. So this was weird. So he's going up there talking about how they've already working on trying to figure out how to like get people in there to buy this property up, right? And he gets all weird.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in.
I don't want to play too much of it because it's Fox News, but look, he does this weird shaking thing of his shoulders. He's all excited.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Jeez.
I know.
It's like, what?
But yeah, he's so giddy as he's talking about all the people's houses burned down and how they're going to bring someone in to buy out the properties and stuff. Isn't that weird? So you got that going on. Of course, you've got Biden here where he made sure that everyone realizes that we're going to be sending 700
until those fires are over to
let's
start
see,
helping
$770.
help right now, as you all know. People impacted by these fires are going to receive one-time payment of $770.
Fucking
$770.
They could say this with a straight face, right? It's pretty much saying, screw you, America. We don't give a crap about you. We're sending all our money over to freaking Ukraine.
Yeah. $3.5 billion to Ukraine and $770 to you. And same with Maui. They barely gave Maui anything.
And still nothing ever happens.
No. And then here, wait, let me stop this. Here, I'll show you the little thing I put together because I'm really proud of it, of course. Let's see. Check this out. It's my new little video. Oh, we could play this thing. How about that?
A ceiling fan man world premiere video.
I am but a satellite.
Hello. Is this Gavin Newsom? Yeah. How can I help you? Well, I've noticed a lot of brush near my house, so could you have someone come clear the brush near my house so it doesn't burn down? No. Oh, okay. Well, can I do it? No. Oh, okay. Well, can I upgrade my roof? No. Oh, okay. Well, will you keep the reservoirs full? No. We need it for the fish. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? My house just burned down. Can I rebuild? No. Oh. Well, there's someone here offering me to buy the property. Can I sell my land? That'd be a no. Oh. Well, then what can you offer me? I've got $700 for you. Oh. Well, that's not going to help me that much. It's a loan. You need to pay it back. Well, I got to go. I got to meet with Oprah. Her fifth house burned. Well, it really didn't burn. Her garage to her fifth house burnt down. So I need to get over there. Bye.
Satellite tracking continues.
Oh, that was good.
That's pretty much it right there. I mean,
Yeah. So what? They burn the people out. They can't go back and rebuild,
No.
right? They
well, in
can't-
some
so
places
they-
they haven't talked about LA, but certain areas like Paradise, they can't rebuild. They won't let them back in.
And that's the idea behind all this: is to burn people out, blame it on an act of God, nature, whatever, and get the people out, and then they can't come back and rebuild it all. So what are they going to do with that land? Somebody owns it. And they give you $700 for it. You know what I mean? It's like basically that's what you got for your.
Yeah, well, there was also a report that he's trying to keep people from selling out immediately to these people that are coming in and offering them money for their property because it's not the ones they want to buy it out with, BlackRock and all that, I guess, you know?
Yeah, well, no, what it actually is, it's China.
China, yeah.
China owns the West Coast. It owns all of our deep water ports on the West Coast. They own all of our national parks.
Or electricity. They own most of the electrical on the.
Yeah. So they're evacuating people out of there because there's going to be a whole new population of people moving in the future there.
And coincidentally, just like I think in Maui, they did it here in LA, they wanted to be a smart city in the next 3 years. Well, now that it's all burnt to the ground, what a perfect time to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So perfect excuse. Problem, reaction, solution.
Right? Yeah. Order out
The
of
solution
chaos.
isn't going to be good for you. It's going to be good for them.
Every time. Yeah.
Every time.
No bueno. Now, I'm not a person that gets into this whole blue roof thing, but I thought it was interesting that, and you can always say, well, they drove this there after the fire. But this blue and white VW bus didn't get hit by the fire from the climate change. And the thing that really, not that everyone was sharing this thing, but the thing that really set off in my brain wasn't even the fact that, this thing survived. It's what bus this was. Now, for those of you playing along, this is a Mandela effect. But I remembered this bus, and I went and looked. Yep, that is the bus that is in Back to the Future. It shoots
and it wasn't
up,
even that. It wasn't. That's Mandela
Right.
effect too, right?
Right. It was originally like a white or gray van or something, and now
It was actually like a. It was like a Toyota or some weird van like that, like some kind of foreign van. Not.
Yeah, Brian
this
had
is
a whole
foreign
thing
too, don't get
breakdown
me
on
wrong,
it.
but
Well, yeah, Brian had a whole breakdown on it. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but I remember it wasn't this color. And when I saw this picture, my brain, because I'm wrapped up in TV and movies, said, "Oh, I've recognized that," and it's the new Mandela van that goes after Marty McFly and Doc Holliday, Doc whatever, in Back to the Future.
yeah.
So there are no coincidences. It just happens to be the same van
It is literally. That's crazy.
that everyone's
The
sharing.
odds,
Yeah. What are the odds? Exactly. What are the odds? Indeed. Okay, so let's see. So we get rid of that. But again, this whole thing about painting your roof blue, I'm not going to get into that. I don't know what the story is there. But what I find weird was this hot mic, supposedly, where
I love
Biden
hot
is,
mics.
right? And Biden is talking about it.
I can't hear it.
See that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear him, but this is what he said. You notice when you fly over the helicopter, the places with blue roofs, they didn't burn. So we got to change that. And then he looks at the camera and says, anyway.
He's telling them where to tweak out their stuff. We got to change that.
Yeah. We can't have some
Add
houses.
some shade of blue in there.
Yeah. Let's do an executive order that makes it so blue paint's illegal or something, right? They're going to do that next.
So clearly there's a silent war with some quiet weapons that they're using on us, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah. And a lot of this too is like, it's like sampling, putting a toe in the water. How many people are into this blue roof thing? How many people are into, you know what I mean? It's like, right. I feel that's part of this psychological warfare too, is that the algorithms are constantly checking us and see where we're at. May I have more coffee, love, when you get a chance? So that was directed at my wife, not you, Jim. So okay. And you know what? I'm telling you, on some level, at least on a comedy level, I'm gonna miss this guy. Like, here he is trying to sign some bill in, and he doesn't even know how to do it.
What the?
Come on. The comedic value of this guy will never be surpassed. I mean, I know Trump is funny. I give you that. But yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, there was no sound to that? Oh.
No, there wasn't any sound.
Oh. Well, that's a whole other issue then. Huh. Why not? Okay. Let's stop. What'd I do wrong? Event, screen share, clickety click, here, here. Now we'll go back up here. Okay, let's see.
I know.
It's really low.
Yeah. In this hand, you'll fill in the dates here, guys?
He doesn't know. He asked them if they're going to fill in the dates.
It's like he just woke up or something, you know?
I know. And the thing is like, it's even says here, he's been in political power for 50 years and he doesn't know about this. It's just wild. And that's part of the whole process. We don't vote these people in. They've been installed by these families and they're there for life. I mean, I showed Nancy Pelosi, who everyone thought we'd got rid of. No, she's a representative of San Francisco, and she's going around with a walker. Not that, whatever. She's an old lady, but geez, she's been around. Supposedly, didn't she have an affair with Kennedy? So who knows? This whole thing is such a show.
Yeah,
it is. It's just.
I think the only way you get rid of a senator, they'd have to die or pretty much die.
Yeah,
then
I
the
think
seat
you're right.
up.
And that's really the only way the seat doesn't open up. You just have to die. Then what is this one? Oh yeah, and then he's all giddy here. Supposedly, allegedly, now his SEC is suing Elon Musk over the Twitter acquisition. They're doing it right before he leaves office, because they got to keep the controversy going, right? So let's see what else is it. And then, this guy said the quiet part out loud. You know how that goes.
Back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
Oh God, we are living in really
the Truman Show, right?
crazy times, guys. It's just wow.
Better than they were
Here, we do it back a little bit more.
back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
I mean,
what do they call that? They call that something. It's a Freudian slip or something.
yeah,
The truth accidentally comes out.
yeah. But I really do believe that's really how this works, because we're in a spiritual battle. We have to give our consent, so they have to tell us they want to do evil to us, and then we have to just ignore it. You know, he literally says they started the fire.
These communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
Well, that guy's a real jackwagon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the county director of the LA.
Jackwagons? He's the county director of Jackwagons. That's what he is.
Exactly. Yeah. So
very sussy.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. So what's next? And this, I wanted to showcase this. I've been seeing this a lot. And when I first saw it, I'm like, wait, the Hollywood sign's not on fire. But so many people ran with this picture because it's AI. And so many people ran with this picture. This gentleman, he put out this little mini video where he's showing all the different sites that are showing the Hollywood sign on fire as he's standing, in front of it.
Right. That's genius right there.
Yeah. And so,
that's
and
like
it's
the
kind
thing that happened with the tower in Seattle when they were showing it all lit up and it wasn't.
Right. It's exactly what I was going to say. It's like when out here and they had a New Year's Eve where all this stuff was blowing off of the CNN, or what do you call it?
So they're putting out fake news to scare people.
Right.
They're worried about us putting out fake news. They're the ones who are putting out fake news. They got ahead of their own fake news to make it like we're putting out fake news, and they need all these fact checkers to make sure that we stay in line and stuff. Yet they're the ones who are actually putting out the fake news.
Well, and the thing is, Jen, it's like I look at it this way. I also think, once again, there's multi-facets to this whatever game they're playing. So it's testing the waters. How many people fell for this and thought it was real, knowing it's an AI picture? So how many people right now are falling for an AI picture thinking it's real? And then they're going to note that. And then they're going to go, okay, let's say we were at 50% on this one. Let's up the game and see if we can't get 75% or 90%. You know what I mean? And I think it's part of these are just tests to see how people run with it. Like even say the blue VW bug that maybe was just driven there and parked for that photo,
Right.
And so the algorithm, and I'm not, this isn't like sounding crazy conspiracy. You can look it all up. We have algorithms running through everything. Every part of your life, there's an algorithm checking you out. It's not just what your phone is doing. I'll give you a perfect example. We had to go to the grocery store. Now, unless you use your club card, I would have had to cost me another $24 if I didn't tell them with the club card. Because once you do that, you're telling them what food you buy, how often you buy it, how much you spend a week or a month or whatever. You tell them everything about you on everything that we do. Everything is now connected with some kind of thing, Even if you go to the library, they know how often you go and what books you read and stuff. It all is converging into, the New World Order.
It's all about information and data mining and stuff.
Yeah. Because where's that one picture? I'll bring it up right now. It was a new Elon thing he's doing. Yeah, here. See? Never offline. The Apple Watch is just the start. How wearable tech will change your life, like it or not. That's the new Time magazine. So
yeah, I can see that though. They're definitely going to have stuff like that.
Yeah. So we give them all our information, and then they know better how to handle each one of us individually. Eventually, I mean, we're not at that stage yet, maybe, but we're getting there close. So I think this is all part of the game: is to see which people fell for this thing and which people didn't, and which people ignored it. All that goes into play.
Right.
Whereas this should be what they want to put up there. And for those of you playing along at home, this didn't change. It still says Hollywood. Okay.
Remember Blackwater, when Blackwater was around, and then they turned to something else, and now they're Black Rock.
Yeah. Well, supposedly the name of the mountain, the big mountain that's at the North Pole. I mean, if you've heard about it, this whole thing is called Black Rock.
Yeah.
So
it's called the Rufus Nigra or something. Rufus
exactly.
Nigra? Yeah.
Right. You just said it fancier.
Yeah. It's Latin. We know habla Latin.
Okay, let's see. And this was
Oh God.
Michael's not attending
Are you kidding
Trump's
me?
inauguration.
Look at those man arms.
Well, I like what the person commented. That's why it has 8 million views. They wrote, breaking: Michelle Obama will not attend Trump's inauguration. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's gone. It said, what a dick move.
Yeah.
So I'll take credit for it then. Yeah.
That's
funny.
funny.
What a dick move. That's a real dick move. So that's the
Yeah, man. He looks like he could put a hurting on somebody. He's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. However, breaking news also from The Onion is the reason she's not going to be there is they're getting divorced because Obama figured out that she's actually a woman. See?
Not.
Yep. Fake news, remember? So if The Onion says this is an Onion is known as fake news, what are they trying to tell you? What we've been saying all these. What's her name? Joan Rivers said. Yeah. So yeah. So Big Mike's not coming to the thing there. Now this this was his first inaugural portrait, and this is his new one coming in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, see, now I had some people that they think I beat up on Trump and I'm a Trump deranged syndrome. You understand? I hate them all. I was actually a fan of Trump. I don't hate him. I just know that none of them work for us.
That's
and
right.
It's good cop, bad cop. One time the cop brings you
I
donuts.
don't know why people can't understand that. You have to. Oh no, he's going to come in. He's going to save the day. He's for the people. I mean, yeah, things look different. They feel a little different and stuff. But at the end of the day, behind the scenes, you don't know what they're signing and doing and taking away from you and all this stuff and making agreements with other countries and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing that bothers me. So, okay, for the people that still think he's going to save us, and that's great. I understand. I was one of you at one point. See, he was all happy. Now he's coming serious business. He's going to make America great again, right? So they're all happy about this portrait. But I see it as a no bueno thing. Because when he looks this angry, I know it's addressed at us, not to the bad people. It's to all of us. He's going to clean house and take care of business. And they're all actors. And the thing is, I can't make this any larger, but his orange makeup is like, at least he looked, smoothed out here.
Yeah, but that one there looks like an AI picture.
Well, that was his original.
That looks like a picture. The other one looks like AI or something.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be his new photo.
Yeah, well,
but
really,
his eye makeup is missing. I keep showing this around here and his ears, and then I wish I could make this one larger, but this is the ear before it was shot, and this is the ear after it was shot. And those bullets are huge. So, I don't know. I guess he had a really good plastic surgeon. Is that the deal? Because I'm not saying he faked it. I'm just saying that's really good reconstruction surgery, I guess. So, yeah, make no mistake about it. I don't believe any of them are here for us because we didn't vote them in. They just elect whoever they want. They stick them in there. And sometimes you get donuts, then they take you to jail, and sometimes you don't. And this guy always seemed like good cop because he says all the things that the Christian values want to hear.
Right.
But I've shown, and others have too, he converted to a special little place in the Middle East where they wear the yarmulkes. And that's that he is. That's what he is, even though people think he's a Christian. He said he's not a Christian. Anyways. Now, how about this? Do you know they're sent 5,000 troops for his inauguration? And when I saw that, I said to Jeannie, I go, is he setting it up kind of like, what is it, North Korea? Where they have all they show the force of militaries. You can have these guys and tanks and stuff. I don't know. But now, supposedly, they've taken the entire inauguration and put it inside. So you won't even see it if you're out there. So another way that you could totally fake where you are, because, who's going to be inside to see it go down?
So they're doing that. Why? Because he was already an attempted assassination on him?
Well, there's thousands of theories, but they said it was because it's so damn cold that they wanted to go inside. Now, if it was in Antarctica, well, it's a drier cold, so you don't see your breath and you can go shirtless and gloveless.
Oh, yeah.
But here in DC, people get cold, and so they moved it inside. So
Right. Like they've never had a cold inauguration before. Like,
no,
come
they
on.
said this hasn't happened since Reagan, and there's so many coalitions between the Trump presidency and the Reagan presidency.
Oh, it's exactly. When he came in and said, "Look, if you guys don't get your shit straight, all hell's going to break loose in the Middle East." Same thing Reagan did after Carter. He came in as like, "Look, don't fuck with me."
Yeah,
I'm like, do what he wouldn't do.
You know what it is? It's like when you see a movie and then they come out with a sequel, and most of the time, other than Empire Strikes Back, most of the time it's never as good as the first one. And if you look into where MAGA started, well, it goes back to Reagan. He was the one that used it, Make America Great Again, and Trump just reused it and made it his own. But if you go even farther back, it's actually the top witch in satanic cults or whatever it is.
See, no bueno. I told you guys.
Yeah, you can look that up too. So
I love sucking Satan's banana.
Thank you for saying it that way. Yes.
You're welcome. I do what I can.
Love you, Jen. So I'm just wondering now. We'll see where this all goes. Meanwhile, this just came out, and I just started laughing my ass off. Trump named for the ambassadors to Hollywood. He named. I can make this bigger on the screen now. Oh, it's because I have so many tabs it's messing up. But he named Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and John Voight as these special ambassadors to and it just cracks me up because again, there's people that think that Mel Gibson's changed and he's on our side, and Trump's of course on our side, and Elon Musk is on our side, and who's that horrible oh my gosh, my computer's all messed up. There it goes. Who's that horrible comedian that what is it? Come on, computer. There we go. Is it on one of these tabs? I guess they'll be stuck for a minute. Let's see. Reset. Does that help? I can't lose this because I'll lose the entire show. Come on, Google. Find your place. Russell Brand is another one that they all say is now on our side and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's so ridiculous how people flip flop. They don't get it. These people, they love to suck you back in. It's bait and switch. It's one of their favorite tactics.
Right. Because then they make you feel like they're on your side, and even the devil knows scripture. Oh man, I am locked out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Jesus, give me a hand, please. Do I think? No, I don't think John Voight's on our side either.
No bueno on John Voight.
Who's on our side?
Angelina Jolie. I mean, did she really cut her boobs off, or maybe she didn't have any boobs to begin with?
Ooh, well, there's an interesting idea.
Yeah,
interesting.
Something very shimmy going on there.
And 16 Alpha, who's on your side? Jesus is on our side. That's who we have. We don't need any of these people. All right. Well, hopefully the blue wheel of death stops because I can't lose this, and then the whole show's over. Come on. And do you see how? Well, look on here. David Lynch passed away. His character, anyways. And I saw this thing. I have it on one of those thousands of tabs, and they said you just put this sticker on your window. And it says directed by David Lynch, and then you put it on your window, and then everything outside makes sense.
David Lynch, he had a lot of good, interesting things to say about certain things, but at the end of the day, he's with these guys too.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to listen to some of his stuff.
What is going on here? Clickety click. Come on.
Golf ball size consciousness.
Let's see. Maybe I can close one of these. Hopefully I don't kill the one. Oh, dismiss it. Yay. Okay. All right. That worked. Let's go back here. Sorry about the yay. Yay. Okay. Yeah. See this guy. They're now touting him off as he's on your side, and he talks about Christ and all this stuff. But it's more of just these false prophets and stuff that you're supposed to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
Yeah, these new Christian converts. And then there's Christians, in the flat earth community that are doing things that aren't Christian, like lying and deceiving and swearing on the Bible after God specifically says not to do that.
And then switches back to the ball earth as if there's
Yeah.
anything to go back to. Are you kidding me? Now they've got back to the ball.
Both of them. Yeah, they're on the ball again. I don't think they ever were off the ball.
So they're gonna have earth ball meetups now.
Hey, don't make me choke on my coffee. Yeah,
all the flat earth shirts and people bought. Now these guys went back to the ball.
I have them
really
in here somewhere.
Karen.
I had a couple in here. Yeah, we got this one, which I've shown before. Everyone has the fact that the snow is exactly between when they were just there and 2016. But the thing that I saw the other night on JT, he did a show, and I didn't even catch this one. Look, it's totally Masonic tile. White, black, white, black. It's just shirtless, black, right? It's totally Masonic idea. Yeah. But yeah, so
who's all in this picture? I can't really see it.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Is there anybody that we know in there?
Yeah, that's the flat earth supposed Christian, and then there's the Jesus hating flat earther, and I don't know. Then there's the lie and deceit pastors
what would make them stand out there with their shirts off?
Yeah, but even when they weren't doing this photo op with the shirts off, a lot of times they didn't have gloves on and stuff. It's such nonsense. And yet we can't have inauguration outside because it's cold. But over here, apparently, it's a dry cold, as they say. And so now you don't see their breath or their shirts. But yeah,
not only these jackwagons who faked this whole thing and went back to the ball, but everybody else who they're associated with, who supports what they did and agrees and promotes what they did, are in on it too. Just saying.
Yeah, they're either deceived or they're deceiving. They're on purposely deceiving at that point, because with so much evidence out there, it doesn't even matter if they flew on a plane or whatever. The whole idea behind this, nobody really was caring about a 24-hour sun. Honestly, I wasn't. None of us were that were biblical earth people. I mean, we know what God says. And God also says, you don't know how this stuff works, so don't worry about it. I don't know how my iPhone works, but it works. You don't need to know how the sun and the moon work to know that you're not flying through space on a ball. But apparently they need it because they don't have God. So now they all believe they're back on the ball. But then
what do you do? Just throw your hands up at that point, change your channel name, throw all your flat earth stuff out and be like, I'm back on the ball. I'm spinning.
Yeah. And then this just came out, this gentleman, because, we're supposed to look for these things in NASA and how they lied to us and stuff. So everyone's going over this with a fine-tooth comb. And he comes up with, look, you can see the screen. You can see the lines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's off of their video. Again, he just zoomed in.
I noticed it
I'll put this link in the chat. You can go look at it. But yeah, look at that. I mean, he compares it to, I don't know if they have on this, but the studio sets that you can get from Amazon and stuff. Look at, I mean, you can't get more clear than that.
Yeah, you see it.
And it goes all the way, and then they airbrushed it out farther over here. Like it vanishes. But it's definitely there.
I wonder who they got working on their technical stuff here.
And then they go back through it and they'll edit things so maybe eventually this won't be there, but at least enough people captured screenshots of it to show you. Because it's a joke. And
it's not something that they just came up with to fool people. They're part of the whole deception that's going on. They have higher ups. Everybody's always said that about, the witch and stuff like that, and how she's connected to the military and stuff through her ex and everything. They get their marching orders. They're told what to do, and they get, what they need to pull off this deception. Deception is the name of the game. This is why Obama and Michael are acting like a heterosexual couple with children in the White House, presenting that to the nations, because they are deceiving the nations. They go forth and deceive the nations just like their God does.
And that's the other thing, too. It's like Obama has called his wife, Michelle, Michael, on camera at least, I think, 2, maybe 3 times that I've seen. And look, I might forget people's names.
Yeah.
But first of all, my wife, I'm not going to forget her name. And if I did, I wouldn't use a man's name.
Exactly. Either they letting that shit slip out on purpose, or it's that Freudian slip thing that they talk about.
Right. It's because they have to let you know that they're deceiving you.
Yeah.
And in fact, not to belabor the point on these fake flat Earth people, but then the next thing that's happening, I think it's this one. They're going on this chick's show, Candace Owens.
They're
right?
going on who? The flat Earth people?
Yeah, those same guys you saw tweaking out of Antarctica with shirts off. They're going on this show to then tell her what? That they screwed up as flat earthers and they proved themselves wrong. I mean, again, if you look up the top 3 now, but if you look up like is flat earth real? And I don't even like being called that. I don't like being associated with him. I'm a biblical earther or whatever you want to call it. The earth, I don't know the exact shape, but I know that it's stationary and it's got a dome covering it above and below. That's what God told me.
Yeah, I know what it isn't. That's for sure.
Right. and so so they're going on this show. If you look up the top 3 disproofs of the flat earth quote theory, it's the failed light experiment by the same guy that just failed this experiment, proving the sun, and the other guy, Bob, that did the gyroscope experiment. The top legends of flat earth are the same ones that bring it down for people that are looking into it. So let's say you wake up and you go, wow, none of this baller stuff makes sense, and NASA looks like it's lying and stuff. And then you go and you type in the search for flat earth. You're going to find the failed experiment in Antarctica, the failed light experiment with the laser, and the failed gyroscope, and it's the same people. Sorry.
They came out straight out the gate as the bigwigs, the gatekeepers. They were always there in place, and they already automatically had like shows and shirts and tons of subscribers and stuff. And so people trust them, you know, and they were putting out truth. But, you know, that's only to get you baited in. Yeah, look, I agree. Look what they're saying and everything. So that means that more than likely when they flip the script, you'll follow suit because you're a loyal subscriber. You've been with them. They woke you up so much. And, you know, they must be right. They wouldn't screw you over and lie to you like that.
Yeah.
Would they? No, they wouldn't do that.
100%. It's like when you woke up to it, they fed you to these people. And just like Alex Jones, which they've been on, people in the flat earth community have been on Alex Jones. They've been on Roseanne. They've been on Netflix. In fact, the new Flat Earth Fiasco is going to be on Netflix too. You don't get on those things unless you're part of the machine. That doesn't mean you started as part of the machine, but at some point you sold out and now you have to do whatever they tell you to do. And if that means throwing Flat Earth under the bus and becoming a baller again, that's what you do.
Yeah, when I heard he was going on Alex Jones, David Weiss, I talked to somebody in that community and I was like, well, if it was me, I wouldn't go on there. Oh, well, you don't understand. It's publicity. It's exposure either way. And I'm like, nope, I wouldn't go on there.
So
it's not
it's all controlled opposition. If you don't believe that, if you go on these channels and you say, oh yeah, the 3-letter companies are infiltrating all these different things to bring out these agendas. If you don't think that they're not in these communities and on YouTube and stuff, well, then you're completely deceived at this point. Because if everyone stopped watching regular news and you all started watching these shows, of course they wanted to get the control of this. And they did a really good job of trapping all of us before we even knew it happened. And so now they're blowing it all up. Why? To make the whole flat earth thing look stupid, and new people won't look. They won't try to find any information because they're going to see the same. What are
their shows going to be on now? What are they going to call themselves? Globetrotters instead of Globebusters? So they're going to just sit around talking about the earth spinning and new comet that's coming in and going to wipe everything out and wormwood and all this. I don't know. What are they going to do?
I don't know, but they probably can't call themselves Globetrotters because I think that name is taken. So okay, enough of that. I mean, at this point, if you're still watching and supporting them, maybe for entertainment purposes, but if not, you know, hey, everyone is entitled to do as they wish.
Awakened
teaches
Saints
that. And
Awakened Saints here. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we got the one guy that's pretending to be a Christian, the redheaded guy, swearing on a Bible when if you actually opened it and read it, you'd see there's many passages that say don't do that. Then you got their pastor that he says he read the Bible and he couldn't find any passage, including the 10 Commandments, that says lying is immoral and deception is immoral. So he got that going for him. And in addition to that, the last guy, he just straight out says some horrific things about Jesus that I didn't want to like repeat. So we know who they're working for. Now, whether they started that way or not, it doesn't matter. That's where they are now. You could say the same thing about Alex Jones or Candace Owens or whoever helped wake you up to the deceptions.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it works. They tell you a little truth and then they trap you into their lie. Because none of them want you to know that God exists. None of them. So, and then if we get enough of them, I'm not done with talking about those people, but check this out. I thought this was hilarious. So President Mark Cohn has threatened to sue Candace Owens because she called his wife a transgender. Okay. Now, that's the same guy that okayed this, right? For the Olympics. Like they're perfectly fine with this, but he's offended with the other stuff, right? So, but we could look, maybe, you know, they're way off on this. I'm not body shaming anyone, but that's
yeah.
That's his wife.
No bueno there.
I'm not saying she is. I'm just
that's
pointing
his
out,
wife, supposedly. Are you
that's
kidding
his
me?
wife. You know what? Maybe it's a bad picture. Maybe it's a bad hair day. I have a second one. How about that? That's better.
Wow.
And he does the one-eye wink, of course. But see, if he does it, then we're supposed to point it out. But if the flat earth idiots do it, no, we were just kidding. When they do the thing over their eyes and they do all the same Masonic hand signs and they have all their conventions at Masonic and Shriners and stuff. But we're just supposed to ignore all that.
Candace Owens said that this thing here in the blue is a training van.
How dare her?
Oh,
how dare her? And she's got way bigger hands than he does. Anyways, I'm not going down that road, Jen. You've lost too many channels. So, but yeah, so here you go. These three idiots are now, Mandis Owens. Okay, nice. You're on
Mandis Owens.
Mandis Owens. So these three idiots are now part of Trump's thing. And again, just so you, if you think they're working for you, I mean, here's Sylvester Stallone doing the one eye. Of course, he doesn't mean it, right? He's kidding, like the flat earthers.
What's all that on his? Is that his basting thing? It looks like he has blood on it. It's probably
I think it is painting,
it
but
look
it looks like blood.
He's basting a baby or something.
Yeah, yikes. Then you got here's John Voight with this evil creature.
Oh my gosh.
And there's Mel, and thousands of pictures of him doing this and 666s and all that. But hey, it's just like the flat earth people. You're just supposed to ignore it.
Something's really sus about his fingers there. Go back to his fingers on his forehead. Check the fingers out. Look at the ratio.
Oh, tell me.
Look at it. I'm just saying. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the finger ratio on his forehead.
I'm checking mine right now to see. Yeah, okay. It's
he
different.
does have a flat forehead there.
Interesting.
I'm just saying.
Interesting, Jen.
Right there.
Yeah, Jeannie says he's very pretty. He is. So
his name's Melanie.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh my gosh! You guys, you just made me curse.
Melanie?
You made me cuss too. That's funny. But yeah, good catch on that, Jen. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, and by the way, he just joined the Black Eye Club again.
Wow.
Yeah. He supposedly fell, but he gets a black eye. Okay. So they just.
That's what happens when you go in to suck Satan's banana. You come out with a black eye.
Yeah. Right. I can't get to any of my tabs. I don't want to try.
That's what I hear anyway.
God bless you, Johnny. He just gifted some memberships I see over there. So thank you.
Nice.
God bless you. Yeah. And find out where Melanie is, Johnny. This is getting ridiculous.
Tell her about a glue. She better hurry up.
Yeah. She's now tardy. So somebody, yeah. So. Let's see.
Tell Melanie I said third time's a charm.
I hear you. Winona Ryder also, just so you know, this is the ambassador of Mel Gibson. Winona Ryder said Mel Gibson when asked if she was an oven dodger.
A what?
I'm not going to explain it if you don't know it, but just put the pieces together what we can't talk about on YouTube.
An over dodger. Yeah,
oven.
I've never heard that one before, but my imagination is
Not
running wild right now.
No, Jen, oven, not over. Oven.
Oh, oven dodger. I gotcha.
Yeah. So again, he's the guy Trump put in. Okay, sure, no problem. All right. And again, I'm not beating up on Trump. He's just the guy going in the office. So I'm going to be talking a lot about him. So,
check out Trump's finger ratio. If anybody notices, I've noticed it.
Well, didn't I just tell you that the top witch, not warlock, witch is MAGA in the satanic thing?
You did say that, yes.
Yep.
And I have seen his finger ratios. There's a reason why he's got big bushy eyebrows and his hair comes around his forehead like that, because they're hiding something. Or they're hiding the lack of something.
Yikes.
This would be a brow ridge.
But see, he posts things like this to get everyone all excited that he's going to do something with property tax. I don't know. Every time he sneezes, everyone's like, oh, he's doing something great for us. Well, he wrote this. The actual irony is a homeowner. And again, they tell you he's not any hero for pointing this out. He's letting you know like if I told you, if you turn on the key and you push your accelerator down, the car will go forward. That's not a hero. I'm just telling you how it works.
Right.
So he's saying the homeowner consents to pay property taxes that go to the fire department. Then the funds are diverted to illegal immigrants because LA is a sanctuary city. Then a legal immigrant comes in allegedly and sets your house on fire. And the fire department doesn't have the resources to put it out. The homeowner paid for their own destruction. And on top of that, the government is so inept that the insurance companies won't insure the houses here anymore. So the homeowner's left with nothing. Well, that's all true.
And it was the agenda to begin with. It worked out perfectly for them.
I mean, the whole illegal immigrant comes to his house. That's his story on this. The guy from LA, the head of the department, said they did it. So, but it's happening. And this is what they wanted to happen. And so he posts this and everyone goes, see, he's going to get rid of property taxes. He didn't say that. He just said, hey, by the way, you idiots, this is what happens.
Because nobody can figure it out. Because if they think if y'all did, you would rise up and do something about it. But nobody does. So they just put it out there right in front of your face anyway. And I used to live in that world where I thought people were going to rise up and something was going to happen and something would change. But it never does. And nobody ever rises up.
No.
I can't do it by myself, guys.
And I looked and Melanie's probably at work. So because I started early. But what's with the shopping carts? I don't understand what's going on there. What is that? Do you know?
I am not confirming or denying anything at this point.
Okay. I'll talk to you off air, I guess. We'll figure this out. No, I'm not going to put her on the spot now.
You're trying to hack my emojis now.
Is that it?
I'm the emoji hacker.
I'll find out later, G. I'll let you know. And just so you know, he's buying Greenland. So there's that part of the New World Order. Well, we are. Yeah. They're actually drafting the bill. So it's no longer just a joke. So there's that.
Like we can afford to buy Greenland.
Yeah. Well, we have all this money.
Cost?
Well, we have all this money to give away to all these other things, but not to the U.S. citizens, like the people in North Carolina that are still in trouble, and Maui people, and now all the LA people. But whatever. Let's buy Greenland. Now, I don't know if you saw this. This guy, I think he's the Secretary of Defense. He's a TV personality, and he just had his hearing where they're discussing whether or not they want him in, And somebody put together I think these are all the Democrat people. I recognize a few of them, but and they spliced them all together and made this amazing 11 seconds of heaven.
Or maybe hell.
Every damn thing that they deserve because they signed on the dotted line.
Did you hear that?
That's crazy.
That all happened. They just put it all together. The caption on this was, "Is this he thinks is worse than when he was in combat in the army or whatever." I mean, can you imagine?
Are you willing to support our veterans organizations that will help our veterans every day?
I can't understand any of them.
That shit stop.
Geez, yeah. Literally worse than active combat is what it says.
Yikes.
Yeah. So
give you a migraine.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Lava X PTSD moment. Exactly. It looks like he's having one, doesn't it?
Everything that they deserve because they signed on the dotted line.
Yikes. Okay, so there's that. And then, again, I'm not bashing Trump because if Trump comes in, then all this goes away, which that's cool. I'm fine with that, because what a S show this last 4 years have been, right? Unbelievable. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even seem like we lived through this, Jen, does it? It's not.
I don't even know what to say right now.
What do you want to talk about? Him sniffing the kid or the chest feeder, whatever, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No.
Or this or that or that. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It was a complete S show. And hopefully we'll be out of that. But who knows what Trump's presidency will bring. It won't be more of this. It'll at least be something new. So, but again, last time Trump was in, he was the father of the thing I can't talk about. And he started Space Force, which is another waste of money at a place that no one could go to. And I've said that he sells more than anybody. He has his sneakers. Here he's with saying the inventor of Diet Coke is a genius. It's just like he sells his that's Elon saying it for him. He sells sneakers, he sells coins, he sells all these different things. He now sells watches. He's got a Trump watch he just started selling. So, but the number one thing he sells is himself as the savior to everyone. Because between him and Elon, I say it's a good portion of the beast system you're watching being stated.
Oh my God.
And the Economist magazine always shows you, look at, now he's walking over the earth.
Oh my God. He's a giant among men.
Now the flat earthers that go to Antarctica will tell you this is an actual photo. They were there and saw it. So,
yeah, right.
Just saying.
There's a curve. I saw it.
Yeah. Why would I lie? I'll put my hand on the Bible and I'll make an oath, even though God says not to.
Then I'll rip a page out and wipe my ass with it because there's no toilet paper down here.
Yeah, right. Even the toilet paper conversations. Oh, shoot. Okay. What's weird is you would think you'd see his breath because it's supposed to be cold in space, but I guess that's that same dry cold you get in Antarctica.
Then you have to have air to have the cold breath. There's no air in space. It's a vacuum.
You're right.
Or if you're a flaming ball, you can survive.
Yeah, flaming flying ball. Yeah. That's this. Oh, and this one, well, Melanie's not here, but she might see it later. They wanted to make sure that you knew that Elon Musk finally had a use for all his freaking trucks. And they're supposed to all be bringing supplies into the fire. So,
yeah, okay.
And even these stupid little videos now, I don't play them. Do you know, last week I played a 15-second video about a truck that had fallen over from the wind, and they copyright struck and took all the monetization away.
Really?
I had to clip it out, and they gave it back. Thank God.
But you lose everything else, though. You never get that back.
Yeah, for 3-hour show, a 15-second video does you in. So it's ridiculous. This is what we have to go through. And everyone sits through ads. I do too. And you have to sit through an ad, and everyone complains they get an ad. And meanwhile, YouTube steals that money if I show the wrong video. So go figure. It's their playground. They get to do what they want. Okay. And then here. So again, these are the people, just like your flat earth people that, tell you some truth. Alex Jones now is supposedly on our side. And he's got talking about the staged coup against the president of Romania, and the president of Romania just happens to go on Alex Jones. You know what I mean? They're all actors. They all work together. That's why you see David White. It's all the same actors coming soon to a theater near you. And then this was the Rams game this weekend. I mean, come on, people.
Oh, so funny.
It is. That's why I do this show. You've got to have humor to it, because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy. You'll be in a room full of people watching football, and it'll be like that meme with Leonardo DiCaprio where he whistles and goes, "Woo, I remember this." No one else understand why you're pointing it out. So, but they put it right in your face.
Right there in your face, man.
Right
9/11.
Yeah, just watching the football game. Nothing to see here. And this guy this one was great. Alex Jones, controlled opposition. Joe Rogan, controlled. A lot of people are going behind this guy now. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I hear it all the time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like the last 8 years of truthing has just gone out their heads. They're so exhausted. They accept all of these people now. Elon
He's the
Musk.
alternative to Alex Jones. I remember when he used to go on Alex Jones.
Right. Oh, I remember when he used to eat bugs or do that show Fear Factor. I mean,
yeah,
they're all actors. Joe Rogan is now just doing this new acting job. Elon Musk.
They can get you to lay down in a box full of bugs and snakes for money. They can get you to do anything for money, including eating crap, which is what they do.
Right. Or fake a trip to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate is the new one. That's another guy they're saying has now found, the right side. No. Mel Gibson, Candace Owens. He said, did I miss anyone? Yeah, I'm sure there's like 20 more on there. Like I said, Russell Brand could be on this. There's a bunch more. And of course, all the flat earthers. So the main ones, that's all. The ones that are running the place. So we'll get rid of that. And just so you know, he's not here to save you. Oh, you okay?
Yes. Something wrong here.
Okay. Yeah, here he is partying with the gal he was supposed to throw in jail. Here he is again with whoever
They're
this
all
guy
related.
is.
It's just a big family function.
Yeah, and this is normal. People always do this. Don't worry if you see you or your favorite flat earther doing it. They're just doing it as a joke, right? Sure. Yeah. And he's with all the famous evil people that we talk about. Here he is checking it up at the funeral. Him and Trump were having the good old time. They were cracking each other up, right? And here he is when he fathered all the information this guy presented last time. It's like people forgot what he did the last presidency, And of course, here he is with the guy that nobody wants to admit they're ever with, and the other gal. And, they proved that there was a trafficking ring, but there was no clients because they've never produced a single person that used the services that these people supposedly
Right.
allegedly.
The only reason there is a service is because there's a demand for it. And clearly these people.
Yeah. So whatever he was guilty of it, but there was no clients involved because it was all these same people. So, and he's just kidding when he does that. Okay. So if you see your fellow favorite flat earthers doing it,
He did that a lot during the first election. When he was talking, he was always doing that when he was talking.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee
you. There it is.
You're going to see it a bunch again. So, anyways, what else? And this blew me away. Okay. All I've ever seen this guy was pictures of him. I'd never heard him talk. Okay.
I heard him talk when he went into he was saying something like, what's that lady's name that we were just talking about? She ran to Congress. Nancy. He's like, Nancy, where are you?
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. And the Simpsons even had him as a character, which, they always predict everything on the Simpsons. They just tell you what they're going to do. But this guy absolutely looks crazy. I get it. And he was kind of the face of that thing that happened on January 6th. And, but now he's doing interviews. And when you listen to him,
are largely based on three factors. Number one is neuro-linguistic programming. That is the use of.
So he sounds fairly like lucid, and he's talking about the neurons and how they do these in the media and the schools. And I know he sounds like he could have his own truther channel. I'm not kidding.
He looks like Goat Man.
Right. Because that's what they want to do. They want people to think anybody that talks about these things on these channels, well, they align with this guy, But that's part of his character.
Fuck with the bull, you get the horns.
Nice. But that's part of his character. He's there to again be a psyop to anybody that's looking into anything. And they go, oh, yeah, well, you believe this dude, And that, they're all controlled opposition. If you're seeing it and it's a famous show, it's controlled opposition. If they have, hundreds or tens of thousands of subscribers and stuff on YouTube, it's most like a controlled opposition at this point. Because then there's people like Jen and I. Jen's had 8 channels taken down and mine's going, but it's limping along. I mean, it's had some what do you call it? It's gotten some legs recently, but I'm still what I'm at, like 4,200 subscribers, and I've been doing a live show for whatever 3-4 years straight, and been doing stuff on my YouTube channel for like 6-7 years.
I know people who have as many subscribers as you and have like 15 people in their chat. So
Yeah.
I think your numbers in your chat is reflecting a higher number for your subscribers for sure. And you were stuck at like 2000 or into 2000s forever.
And yet excuse me, and yet my chat flies.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, you can't. And God bless you. There's 147 people watching right now. And if you're enjoying it, please hit the like, share, and subscribe, because all that will help in the algorithm. So, okay. So what's next? And then Mark Zuckerberg, who effed an ostrich, announces Meta stop fact checking. No, that's a fake article. But he said they're going to stop fact checking. But Twitter does it. They just say readers added context. That's all it is. It's the same thing. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Yeah, here you go. Here's Russell Brand kissing the World Economic Forum's one of his right-hand men, and he's here to save you, right? Russell Brand. He's telling you truth now. Yeah. Okay. How much money would anybody be able to pay you, Jen, to kiss somebody from the World Economic Forum?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Price on it. It's priceless.
It is. So just remember, when these people say that they're here to to help you and save you, it's all part of the same machine, all of it. And I threw this one on here. I got to grab it real quick. Look at this. This was an actual quote photo by the Democratic Party's Twitter feed, I guess. History mate. Look at her arm.
Wow.
They're saying this photo wasn't doctored. They're saying it's because of the lens and the angle and whatever. What the heck is going on here?
It's like they put, I mean, I don't even know. Her head looks small too, kind of.
But it seems to me like once again, they're messing with us to see if everyone will just do, oh, okay, I understand why her arm looks long. It's because of the camera angle, and not question it. It's again, I think it's more to just who's watching. Because she can swing from the rafters with that. That's
right.
Nuts. So, anyways, that's supposed to be a real photo.
You're in the jungle, baby.
Yeah. I think it was taken in Antarctica, but I can't be certain. I can't see. There's no breath.
Your arms get longer when you go.
Is that what it is? I guess you're right. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's get rid of that. And okay, we did that. We already covered her and him. And
I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, go ahead. I thought this is funny. Just another tab to make you laugh. The dog is sending over a tennis ball, and it says from the gentleman at the bar. I don't know. Maybe some of these jokes are just for me. This whole smoking with kids, you don't smoke with kids in the vehicle, is ridiculous. I mean, he does look cold, doesn't he? So, okay. I was afraid to come over here and lose my tabs, but I got to have one of these. So, and in 1920, we took the children out of the coal mines. In 2020, the most popular video game on the market is Minecraft. See, the children yearn for the mines. So there's that. Okay, what's next? All right, how about this one, Jen? Explain this. This cost $1.63 at Costco, and this is at Five Guys. It's $8 almost. I know. I'm not going to get I'm not going to get a whole conversation. We shouldn't be eating hot dog. I'm just saying, for those of us that may partake in a hot dog, that doesn't make it make sense, Shapu. It makes no sense.
No bueno.
Yeah, but if you want to get caught up in what you should eat and shouldn't eat, okay, fine. How about this? This article comes out, and again, YouTube, I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. I'm a comedian, whatever you want to call it, and follow your doctor's advice and CDC and all that stuff. Okay. But this article came out October 26th of 2023, or so they say, and it says fat in butter, red meat, and eggs supposedly, allegedly, reduces the risk of dementia by 18%. Okay. Now, I went and did what any, person nowadays would do. I would do a Google search. Is this true? And what happens? AI comes out and goes, butter, red meat, and eggs are all part of a person's diet, and research suggests that it can impact the risk of dementia. So the actual article says it reduces it, but AI has changed it to no, it increases it. 39% higher risk.
That causes confusion right there.
Right. See, and here's one from Harvard Health, right? So one article.
Why do they want to confuse people like that?
A year ago, it helped you, and this year it hurts you.
Well, they've been telling us cigarettes are bad for you too, but then you find out that the nicotine in cigarettes helps people not get whatever they say that was going around.
Yeah, allegedly, supposedly, but I hear you. If you go back and you look for the big C, as they say, back in the natives and stuff, before they were highly processed and put in those cute little packs that you get nowadays, they didn't have, you can research it. They didn't have a bunch of it going on then. It's the packaging. It's whatever they put the tobacco into or what they use to grow it and cut it and whatever, it's all the excess packaging and that has done that and created that system. So anyways, it's again, complete confusion. We are in Satan's little season because you don't know from one year to the next. When we were growing up, they told us butter was bad, eat margarine, and then they found out margarine was worse, eat butter.
Yeah, exactly. Eat butter, but eat it in moderation. You can eat sugar, but you have to eat it in moderation. And you can't
everything in moderation.
Yeah, absolutely. And
and Val, I can't see how you say that. Durable. You're jumping ahead talking about cereal because I have that. Let's see. Oh, this was interesting. You got to check everything now. So this gal was buying heavy whipping cream.
Mm-hmm.
And then looked in it, and it says soybean oil.
What's that doing in there?
Exactly. So you got to read everything.
You do really. Look, I didn't know Juicy Fruit had aspartame in it. That was the only gum that I like to chew when I chewed gum, right? And I just happened to pick up a pack and was standing in line, and I looked at the package. I just didn't have nothing to do. I just started reading the back of it, and sure enough, aspartame's in there, and I flipped out, put it back, and left. It wasn't like, oh, well, I really like Juicy Fruit. Fuck it, I'm going to get it. Excuse my language. Screw it, I'm going to get it anyway. No, I put it back because I'm not going to buy my own poison and poison myself so I can get sick and go to their freaking doctors and stuff. That's stupid.
And I saw some, we have some tardy people here.
I don't feel tardy.
All right. So there we go. That covers
I don't drink milk. I don't use milk unless it's to cook with. If it calls for milk, I'll use a little milk for that. But I don't use it or put it in my coffee. I don't eat cereal with it. I don't even eat cereal. But if I eat cereal, I use almond milk, vanilla almond milk.
Well, I don't go for that stuff. I'll use regular milk. Almond milk isn't milk; it's juice. So you should say you use almond juice.
No, almond milk it's like milk. It's like a skim.
You can't call it milk. It has to be called juice.
It says it on the box. Almond milk.
I know because they want you to buy it. If it said almond juice, you'd probably go, ew. But it's not milk. It's almond juice.
But, when you learn these things, you have to apply them to your lives because your health is your first wealth, first off. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. Yeah. Secondly, they want to keep you slow, sick, and dying. This is why they pump up the cattle with all these steroids and antibiotics, all this weird stuff. And, you got you eating steak, eating, hamburgers, drinking milk, all this stuff. You're getting all this stuff inside you.
Well, look,
we have to live your life. Then you have nobody to blame but yourself when you get.
We have to live here, so we want to get as much local and as much. Get a cow. Have a cow. Don't have a cow.
Go out there and milk the cow. Get your eggs and
churn
some butter and go make your breakfast.
Did you see what they did? They have made with local cream, no artificial growth hormones. Oh, but we'll just throw in some soybean oil and some cellulose gum and
a lot of people are allergic to that soy stuff. Is there a warning on the damn thing?
No, I don't know. So now we get to. I thought this was a great article. I found it from 2015. The vegetarian diet, they're saying, could possibly be more harmful to the environment than eating the cows and the bacon. So there's that. So again, more confusion.
Yeah.
You think you're
And,
saving the
what is
planet?
Lucifer? He's the father of lies and confusion. Remember that whole thing with the mask? One minute you can do it here, the other here you didn't need it, over there you needed that, plus 3 more. You know, it was different everywhere you went, or any section of the city you went, and it was different, the information or what they required of you. And it got very confusing. Not that I followed any of it, but the people trying to stick with the program didn't know which way they were going, if they were coming and going. And that's what they want to do. They want to create confusion, chaos, the deception, all wrapped up in the deception. And then out of all that comes their order.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's bad for you. Just starve. Yeah. But here you go. We were talking about cereal. Someone was in the chat. So it was just a few days ago, the FDA banned red dye number 3 in cereal and these different products. But it was banned 35 years ago in cosmetics. So they knew it had cancer problems back 35 years ago, but they kept it in our food. And in addition to that, the fact that they've now banned it, if you actually look at the article, so you can continue using it until January 15, 2027, or January 18, 2028. I don't know why they chose those 2 different days. Like you can stop here or here.
What?
Yeah. So basically, for at least another 3 years, they're still going to be using it. They have
still be out there to be bought, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because they don't have to get rid of it for another 3 years or 2 years, depending on which one you go with. Isn't that weird?
Maybe it has something to do with their expiration dates and how many they already have in production.
Well, regardless, if someone told you, if I like the aspartame in the gum, if I said, hey, Jen, this one has aspartame, but I promise the next batch won't, go ahead and eat this, you'd be like, no. Like they've already now told you that this is causing these health issues, and they've revoked it, and they revoked it from cosmetics 35 years ago,
right?
But they still get to sell it and poison more people.
And people will buy it too with their hard-earned money. You know, all these other countries across the plane, aspartame is illegal. They don't use it. But you know, it's over 9,000 products in the United States.
And look at what they did to us. There was nothing better when you were a kid than Wonder Bread. If you weren't old enough to know that, I'm sorry, but you could literally take this bread and roll it into a ball. It was like crazy house, right? You know what? You had Wonder Bread, I'm sure.
I used to eat Stromans.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay.
Yeah, I was one of those. I don't eat Miracle Whip neither. I had.
Well, no. But okay, so Wonder Bread. Look what it had in it before: enriched wheat flour, water, sugar, yeast, salt, milk, and butter.
And all those ingredients were not genetically modified back then.
Right.
Yeah, you get the genetically modified wheat in it now.
Now you get the enriched bleached flour, probably GMO, water, high fructose corn syrup, yeast,
you gotta have that,
oil, right? And it keeps on going. It's a whole laundry list.
Once you realize that what we call food is no longer food and has no nutritional value in it at all anymore, it's literally poison. That's it.
I mean, they've proven the McDonald's fries just last forever. And yet I wonder if the old ones wouldn't. It's interesting. But look at what Gatorade had in it: water, sugar, salt, potassium, lemon juice. And now, again, a whole laundry list of things. The Skippy peanut butter, I didn't even recognize.
Oh, God, what's in Skippy? Don't tell me.
I know. Don't you love it? I love Skippy.
Is it genetically modified peanuts?
I don't know. It's bad. Just
I'm about to give up Skippy now.
Look, here's the thing. Skippy has roasted peanut sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oils, cottonseed, soybean oil, and rapeseed. So there's that.
I mean, that's not horrible.
I know.
Better than the other ones, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you. Look, we have to live
here.
Not
like it's sodium, whatever, rat poisoning or something.
We have to live here. We've got to eat. We've got to eat the food here. Here, this guy. Again, I don't know if he wants me to share his video, but this is exactly what you do when you start watching like truth channels. You try to eat the apple, and then the voice in your head says, wait, the apple has wax on it, was sprayed with pesticides. You need to wash it. So then he goes to wash it in the sink, and it says the tap water's full of toxic chemicals.
And fluoride, yeah.
So then
This
he pours
is
it
what
out.
shit that goes through my head every day. Yeah.
Okay, well, so I'll put this in the chat. So then he pulls out a pitcher, but no, the pitcher's made of plastic and it's leaching the contaminants. So then he takes a towel and he wipes it. It says the paper towels are made using with bleach and stuff, and don't use them. Okay. So then he goes and he takes the rag, and they're like, well, no, the rag was washed with this toxic soaps that you use in the washing machine.
Right.
That's in the fabric. So then he goes outside and he plants his own seed for his own apple, and the soil is devoid of nutrients, and so the apple will have no nutritional value.
Yeah.
And so at the very end, he just At the very end, he goes inside and eats Ruffles.
So all this is being done by design. It's this way because they want it this way. And this is why we have all these diseases, okay? Like the diabetes, heart disease, cancer, all this stuff. They want to keep us slow, sick, and dying. And then when we go to them for help, they give us more poison. It's called pharmaceuticals. And it's part of the plan. It's where we're at. And if you can't judge by that information that we are in the short season, and judging by how bad it's getting and how open and out in the forefront it is, because it's the externalization of the hierarchy, and everything that they've been doing behind the scenes is now coming out into the forefront, so everybody can see it and everybody will accept it because they're already accepting everything. And they're just too dumbed down to even, I guess, really think about it. But literally everything that was said in that is true,
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's like I said, I've said it before here. All you can do is try to keep the least amount of chemicals in your system out of your.
It's very hard to avoid any of this toxin because we're surrounded by it. It's in our clothes, it's in the air, it's in the water, it's in your bedding, it's in everything. The products you use to clean your body, to deodorants, shampoos, the things that you put into your body, like women, tampons, all this stuff. It's in everything. They're going to get you one way or another. It just depends on which product you use the most and what it does to you.
Right. Because I understand God made a perfect system, and we have a self-cleaning, we have the ability, but we're constantly bombarding ourselves with more toxins through
that's key there, though. What you just said is that our bodies never have a chance to process through and try to, eliminate some of these toxins or, dispense it in some way to where it's just a constant. And this shortens our lifespan because our body doesn't have time to recover at all in any type of, orderly fashion that it would, how long it would take. And you find yourself having all these problems, pancreatitis, all this different stuff, clogged arteries or whatever, toxic blood, this kind of stuff.
Well, it's in everything. It's not just in the food that we eat. And it's also like in the cosmetics. And say, like, if you go to the store and you buy soap, you'd be much better off buying the soap from my wife that makes homemade soap
nice
here.
Segue. I like
it.
Yeah.
And so natural soaps, and help support the show. And anybody that did order soaps, I mailed everything out today. So you should be getting it in the next few days. And you'll never have a cleaner, nicer feel. I love them. And I know I have to say that, but I really do. They're great. So, okay. So we got that done. We got the commercial. So yeah, this is right. Everything he says is true there.
I was watching an episode of, what was it? Those two guys that hunted ghosts. I can't think of the name right now.
Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural. And one of the demons was, just gotten loosened, and he walks into a convenience store. I forget what the name of it. I think his name was Loki or something. And he walks in, and he's right there, where all the junk food is, in a little mini mart gas station thing. And right there, you see like Pringles and all the potato chips. He goes, I can smell the cancer. And, most people wouldn't even have picked up on what that was all about. But clearly, he was talking about the products that were sitting on the shelf. And Pringles, stay away from Pringles.
And you're right. It's probably the parasites that are making us hungry right now.
That's another thing that people don't want to talk about. People have parasites in them. Literally. Look it up on YouTube, parasite removal from humans. And you
That's
will
always, those are hard videos to watch. They
are hard, but if you really want to know the truth, that's where it all is coming from.
All right. Where are you at? Where do you go? I was trying to click over there.
truth is not pretty. Okay, it's just not.
That's very true.
Oh, okay.
You want the ugly truth or a beautiful lie?
Let's see.
I want the ugly truth.
Oh, I didn't know that was a question for me, but I agree with you. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of that. And this one just cracked me up. This is the face you make when you realize that if 4 tortilla chips equal 1 tortilla, which means I ate 87 tortillas while waiting for my food to be served. Right? And I'll do it again, damn it. I just know I will. Shoot. Okay. And chemtrails are just conspiracy theory.
Monsters in me about bugs, parasites, and people. Oh, somebody said that there was a show that was called Monsters in Me, and then it was about bug parasites and people.
Yikes.
Patty said that. Yeah, yikes. So these are like worms and stuff, like long ones. And I'm gonna talk about tapeworms.
And I just saw this too. Where is it? KK was saying, yeah, we haven't used fluoridated toothpaste here in years. And I have a wonderful wife that can make it. And all it is what do you put in that, hon? Your tooth powder? What do you put in it? Charcoal, and I can't think right now.
I just got fluoride-free charcoal activated toothpaste, and it's really good.
Yeah,
I'm sure
just get
Jeannie's
the fluoride out of your mouth, and it's gonna, and your gums improve, and your teeth get better.
Yeah, the coconut oil is amazing, guys, and you leave
coconut
it in there.
oil.
You don't just put it in there and get rid of it right away. You got to leave it in there.
Well, coconut oil, I found, again, I'm just experimenting, follow your doctor and your dentist guidelines. But I found when I had a problem, I couldn't get into the dentist and I had something that was sore in there. I did a coconut oil pool every day, and I put it in there and I swished it around for like 20 minutes. And then don't spit it down the sink or you'll end up having a huge issue with your sink. Spit in the garbage or outside or something. And within, I'd say 3 weeks, it completely went away. By the time I got to the dentist, it wasn't an issue. So I can attest that it's helped me. But again, listen to your doctors and stuff. Don't listen to me. But it helped me. I'm experimenting. Okay. Where are we at? Yeah, and so does Jenny. She does that too. So yeah, and there's a lot of recipes you can look online to find how to make that. But yeah. And what is this? Redmonds with silver. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one, but yeah. So do real research, but get out of the floor. If you have that stuff in your house now, toss it. That fluoride stuff is not good for you.
Dude.
No,
you don't know about fluoride yet. I don't know where it was. You should know by now.
Well, look, I'll tell you something. There's a lot of new names I've been seeing in my chat. So there's a lot of people that are showing up. And so we have to understand that may not be on board with everything.
I'll just have to keep talking about it then. I don't mind.
Right? Exactly.
I love bringing up the old stuff.
Right?
But I feel like everybody should know by now, really. But yeah,
But they don't, I'm finding that that's very true. So yeah,
lotions as well. JS from Boston says beware of lotions as well, and that's very true. Especially if you're putting on sunblock, that kind of stuff.
I showed that last week that when you put on sunblock and it's invisible in a UV light, it just covers yourself. You look like you're wearing blackface.
Oh, it's crazy looking.
Yeah. So how about
it absorbs everything right up?
So how about this? I showed you what was in our skies with the fog.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now there's this article 4 days ago. Researchers test the rainwater from the Rocky Mountains and were left dumbfounded finding microplastics. So there's that.
Well, what are those doing in there?
Yeah, they don't know. So researchers are baffled. Oh, look, it's Antarctica. Okay, what's next? And isn't this one good? Why in the hell are the locks on all the lockers of the police department in the locker room?
Because you can't trust a cop. That's why.
Right. Finn, where are you? Where are my auditors? Sam Walking Finn, anybody? Yeah. So yeah, why? Exactly. They don't trust each other. Isn't that wild? That's pretty funny. And this one, I'm not even going to play. I'll put it in the chat. But in 1976, This is 11 o'clock ABC Action News.
Detroit's #1 news team.
Okay, in Detroit. And they had an emergency that they suspended this thing going on for, I think it was swine.
I'm Bill Bonds, and here's a look at what's happening to.
Let's see, somewhere in here.
What's happening is that the swine flu.
Yeah, the swine one. They suspended it. Why? I think because 8 people died immediately after they got it. And so they immediately suspended it in 1976.
Yeah, you know, they don't want to repeat that mistake again.
Yeah, right. I like the way you said that. So again, I'm not playing it. I will just.
I never even knew there was a swine flu back in the 76 or whatever that was. I was like, what? Where was I at?
Yeah.
I had pneumonia though. I was in the hospital when I was like 3-4 years old. I almost died from pneumonia.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you made it, because then otherwise I would have no one here tonight but myself.
I have another little story. It's really quick. My great grandfather was an orphan in Italy. He was like left on the nun's doorstep, right? Like they used to do. So a nice family adopted him. And when he was old enough, him and his half sister or stepsister, whatever they are, was supposed to come to America, and they were supposed to take the Titanic over here, and they missed the boat.
Oh, really?
They missed the boat. Like, of all boats to miss, that's the one to miss.
Right? That's
I wouldn't be here talking to you because my grandpa wouldn't have been born. My mom wouldn't have been born. Clearly, I wouldn't be here. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
here we got this.
Boom, baby.
Yeah. That blew my mind.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I got that
Yeah,
song
they
in
were
my
like,
head.
thank God we missed that one.
You got that Modest Mouse song in my head, Jeannie. Oh, geez. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. Get rid of that. I'm clearing through the tabs, but I'm getting short on time. Okay.
The swindle
And
flu. Somebody put in here the swindle flu. That's right.
right. And just in case, they want to make sure they're going to come after your chickens and your rabbits, because now they're saying there's this new one with rabbit fever. Go down that rabbit hole. You like it? Yeah, 16 officers. They had mad cow. That was mostly over in England, but they had a little of that here too. Yeah. So now we got rabbit fever, and make no mistake, the bird flu is alive and well right now, and it only affects chickens. Apparently, it doesn't affect eagles or seagulls or crows or any other kind of bird.
Oh, and just so happens everybody eats chicken.
Yeah,
I just had a whole chicken last night.
Yeah, it only affects chickens. So
wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, what's next? And I like this one. The world is acting just like Pharaoh did. They fear the plagues, but not God, and it's a big mistake. It's very true. Here, I'll come over there and hit that because, oh my goodness, look at that. Who's this? A short seasonist. God bless you. Wow. That's another new name in here. So, that's beautiful.
There is a lot of new names in here. And you know what I think it is? I think it's, people coming over from the other side.
Yeah.
The flat side that just went back to the curve.
Yeah, right. They don't want to be on the ball, so they come over here.
I mean, I don't know for sure, guys. You can just tell us how you found CFM's channel. All these new names. Just put it in the chat. What drove you here?
And I didn't want to forget the monkey one. Yeah, we had that go by. And Uba Khan is holding out for skunk fever, so there's that. So yeah, and I remember when the PSYOP that started 4 years ago. They originally said for the first time in history that you could potentially infect your dog. And so they were telling people as they locked them down and completely isolated them, don't touch your animals. And then, of course, another article came out and said that was all wrong and don't worry. So, it's like, but it was brought to you by the same people that told you which way to walk on a grocery store aisle. Remember that? Yeah. Insanity. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the first
things.
You
get the side eye from somebody when you're going up the aisle the wrong way.
I had to go with Jeannie.
How dare you? And they're like stuck along the wall trying to get around you and stuff.
I had to go with Jeannie because she would get in trouble and not realize it because she would go and then forget, I got to get one more can of that and go backward.
And double back. Yeah. Double dipping, Jeannie.
Oh, yeah. And then she reached over some lady that was standing there and the lady backed up in horror. And she had no idea it went down. It was really wild.
See what fear does to people.
Yeah.
You cannot critically think and make critical thinking decisions for yourself and your family when you're living in fear-based mentality. That's why they want you there.
She reminded me one other thing. She was driving, and it was a real narrow street, and there were some people starting to go to the crosswalk. And as she went by, she had her window open and she sneezed, and they like backed off.
Of course, Jeannie had her window cracked and sneezed.
They were in horror.
Oh my God.
They were all wearing their gear and stuff like it would matter, but oh my God.
Oh, I watched during that whole thing, the face diaper thing, people coughing and sneezing into their own masks.
It's so gross. And they would hang it on their rearview mirror and it'd get all dusty and dirty. And then I'd watch people, they'd drop them on the ground, they'd pick them back up, stick them on.
I don't miss that, getting out of my car and seeing one on the ground and stuff. It's like, please.
No, well, we'll see, because the same guy that brought it in last time, he's back. So we'll see what happens if they want.
During that whole thing, parking lots and bathrooms were a disaster.
Yeah, and
the whole store was spotless.
I used to film myself, because when you go to a gas station, it didn't exist there. Like, you could use the pumps and not have to worry about it. Everything was fine, Everything else had to be wiped down constantly with the satanic hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see. Do I have enough time?
Paranoia sets in from that fear. And then people become paranoid, and then they can become hyper paranoid because they're glued to their tail eyes, to their vision, which is how they're catching all this fear.
Right.
It just gets worse and worse.
Okay. Shoot. I don't know if I'll have time for scary space news, people. Let's see. Maybe I'll just kill some of these tabs. We don't need them all. Well, here, let me just fly through them. Sorry if I'm really fast on this, everyone. It's just I do have this appointment I need to get to. So yeah, if you're not sure if the world is run satanic elites, would you think you'd notice it? And so there again, is this the guy that was all buddy with John Voight? I don't think John Voight's on our site, hon. Just so you know. So
John Voight's not a black guy.
Yeah, he is funny. He has some really funny lines. Okay. And here you go. 1960, the oil will be gone in 10 years. Didn't happen. 1970s, another ice age. That didn't happen. 1980s, acid rain that didn't happen. The ozone was, I think, especially in Australia. Crikey. They said that's gone. No, nobody talks about that. They said the ice caps would be gone. So, yeah.
Well, now they never existed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, North Pole's gone too. So imagine that.
The ice caps are gone. What are you talking about? They never even existed.
Yeah. How close is humanity to understanding the government's run by organized criminals? I don't know. I think that might be off, but it's pretty close. But yeah, we're way far away from actually realizing.
No, it's how close are they to understanding it and not giving a shit?
Yeah, there you go.
They don't.
That's way better. That's way better. And this guy had some interesting information. I can put this in the chat too, but he put together a chart that he showed when they started adding these glyphosates and stuff with the corn and the soy and where is it? It's the here it is. So with the GMO and also the Roundup kind of stuff that they're spraying on it, he put together this chart that shows you it goes right along with the incidence of liver and other types of big C's. And it goes also along with, where is it? Hemorrhaging and stroke and stuff. Like the charts are identical just about.
Like I said, if you got cancer, it's because somebody wants you to have cancer. And people hate it when I say that. They get really offended and all this stuff, but it's the truth.
And this is the new one. Everyone is getting Parkinson's disease, which is interesting.
Michael J. Fox just died.
You're what?
Michael J. Fox just died.
Right now?
Not right now, like last week.
Wait, he died? He just got the Medal of Honor or whatever. He's not
really
dead.
I heard he died.
Well, you heard wrong.
I guess I was confused.
Well, look, if he was dead, it would have been really disgusting when Biden put the medal on his neck.
Well, literally, an article came up and it said he was dead.
Anyways, I'll put this in the chat too. But basically, every illness you could think of is coincidentally on the rise right after he, showed these two things going up. So thought that was interesting.
So that tells you your food is poison because what they've done to it. They took the
Yeah.
natural order of things, the way God intended things to be, and muffed it all up because that's what they do. They can't create anything. The only thing they can create is discord, fear, and chaos. And so they take what's already there and create it and turning it into some kind of a corrupted version of itself.
Right. Okay. Where were we at? We were here. I just put that in the chat. This one was hilarious. I had to show it. Is a Ford. This is the actual, well, it was the actual Ford's Twitter page. And you can see, I'm not reading them out loud, but you can see what it said. And yeah. And then they had all these. And then Ford actually came out and apologized and said their account was briefly hacked and compromised. These do not represent the views of Ford Motor Company, and the X are investigating this breach. So, oops. There's
Yeah.
that. Okay. And this was sent to me by my Australian friends. Crikey. I'd play the Australian intro, but I'm running out of time. There's now a new, you can call it Mandela, whatever, but there's a new thing in Australia to kill you. They always say everything there's to kill you. And it's nicknamed the Big Boy. It's huge, and it basically wants to kill you. So thank you to my Aussie friends. They have to look at this upside down because since we're back on the ball, Jen, that means those people are upside down again.
Wow.
It's nuts. I can't believe it. I can't get off of this.
I can't get. Oh, I would have never have expected them to go back to the ball. Literally, like maybe like okay, it's not this experiment didn't work or whatever. You know why they're.
Yeah,
There's no
move
words.
on.
There's no words for this.
And I got to get this off the screen before someone kills their TV with fire. Okay, let's see. And of course this, nothing to see here. Just a very tiny entrance made with what do the other flatters say? They would say this is made by giant horses and chisels and whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Just a tiny doorway for giants. And let's see. This is all scary space news. But
Like when you said they went back to the ball, I was like, I'm thinking this is a joke, right?
That's what I thought. No. Yeah. That's what I thought. All right. Well, I don't want to get in trouble.
Know them by their fruits.
100%. We're seeing it fast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how fast I can whip through these scary space news.
This week in scary space news.
Yeah. It's all a lie. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I mean, what are the odds that I mean, they're telling you. They're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this is making the rounds again, where the glitter shoots
3,
off.
2, 1. Ignition.
And then I'll never forget. Woo! We were discussing on a lot of these channels is like, how did the camera tilt up? Did they leave a guy behind?
Exactly, yeah. It actually pans back and goes up.
Yeah,
First, it was zoomed in on it.
I think I first heard Math Powerland say that, and then now, of course, they say, "Oh, well, they controlled it remotely." Now that's the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Whatever. No lag time in that, I guess. It just goes perfect. And then of course, this Leonardo face is perfect. And Margaret Hamilton, the lead software engineer of the Apollo project, stands next to the code she wrote by hand that was used to take us to the moon.
Okay.
So now there's, the woman did everything, and she wrote all this by hand.
Well, now you can use it for toilet paper when you run out.
Exactly. Well, no, they've lost it. Didn't they say? Wasn't that one
guy? You slice it.
He said they destroyed that technology and all the information, and we can't rebuild it. It's too expensive and difficult. Yeah. So I don't know. Is this lady? I don't know. If this lady's still alive. Maybe they go talk to her.
Still writing.
She's still writing. Yeah. There's nobody even read this, let alone wrote it. What's next? This one's great because they can't explain, at least that I know of. Maybe we should ask the new flat Earth ball people how this works and not this. Isn't that hilarious? Because that's what it should be, right?
Yeah.
If you live on this. So yeah, I thought that was good.
You know what all that spinning's about is to get you so dizzy in the head that you're just like, whatever, I believe them.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you've been seeing this in the sky lately, but yeah, they've got Venus and the moon. Of course, you know, it goes behind a cloud, it all goes away. But
What about it though? What's the point of it? Venus is always near the moon.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is I was looking for this one. This one, someone captured Mars going behind the moon. Get rid of the light of the sound.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not Mars. We know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Something, but
But this is not 239,000 miles away. At most, I'd say it's 33 or 66 miles away, because you can see Tycho crater with your naked eye, and it's supposed to be, you know, that far away. It's impossible. Sorry, I don't care.
Yeah. I think they're at least 4 to 7 miles above us.
And we've discovered giant structures beneath the surface of Mars because they told us and they sent us a cartoon. So, you know, anyways, more nonsense. It's so hard to do scary space news because it's all ridiculous. There's 2 spaceships on the way to their moon. And here's the cartoons to prove it. They were launched by SpaceX. But is that the one that just blew up, though? That's the question. I have that, too.
Oh, they have a SpaceX that blew up?
Yeah, I'll show you that. This is the hand of God, they call it.
But God don't exist.
Right. But what God, maybe? They're talking about the other one. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the it's 17,000 light years from the sun, whatever. And then this one looks, you know, ridiculous, and it's an exploding star that was captured by Hubble. All this came out. And then a massive corona hole spanning 1/4 of the sun's circumference opened up.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
And all these truth channels would be like, "Oh, that's why I felt
the bird's gonna get out."
That's why I had the headache, or that's why that. You know, they don't know. The whole
first off,
thing
this picture's fake.
Right, and all the information comes from NASA about this, the solar wind and all that.
Everything is fear-based, though. You know, it's like all of it. Space gives them so much fear to play around with. You got black holes, asteroids, you know, comets that are going to come by and destroy everything.
Here's ice mountains on Pluto, so you got that.
Oh, we can get nice video and stuff of Pluto and their mountains, but, you know, can't get a good shot of the Earth.
Well, or a guy that's robbing a 7-Eleven, you can't even see his face, but we get this, you know, 4K or whatever it is.
Yeah, right? Every time you see one of these UFO videos that somebody's like, oh, look at this, somebody video, and I'm like, man, what the hell? I thought everybody has like iPhone 20s and stuff now. What are they filming with?
So now you got this article that just came out. Oh no, this is 2014. Well, I just saw it. The Higgs boson, however you say that, seems to prove Higgs boson seems to prove the universe doesn't exist. So you have that going for you.
Wasn't the Higgs boson supposed to be like a wormhole?
They call it the God particle that creates
Higgs
everything.
Boson.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking.
And the first person to come up with it was, of course, Homer Simpson 14 years before CERN did.
Oh, yes.
So there's that. It's such a Truman Clown show we live in. It's ridiculous.
It really is.
Here it is. So this is supposedly SpaceX blew up and it's flying over the Dominican Republic. Okay. But
How did it blow up?
I don't know. Hit the firmament. I don't know. But does that look like anything that's like phasing out as it explodes? They just look like they're flying.
It reminds me of Riddick when they were showing that comet they were coming in to take over that planet, and it looked like that.
Or could this be just like, say, fallen angels in the sky and stuff, and we're seeing like the war that's maybe going on right now? And it's all colorful too.
Well, I know that with the faking the comet showers and stuff, or the asteroid showers and stuff, that they can do all these different color asteroid things. It's just fireworks. All it is.
So meanwhile, this is going on where they show you that SpaceX exploded, right? And then he has this. He wants to make a SpaceX rocket that you can use to take anywhere in the Earth. So you get on this boat and you go to the launch pad, and then they shoot you off. Hopefully it doesn't explode. You go into space, of course, and then The booster goes back and gets caught by the chopsticks, and then the other rocket goes and lands to whatever city you're going to. Hong Kong.
You know what had that in it? A show called Brave New World. It's a series. It's really good too, and it had one of those.
Well, they must have watched it because that's what they want to do with SpaceX, providing it doesn't explode like this. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know what's going on.
It sounds like their space sex had a happy ending. Their
Nice
explosion.
And they also have one named the Dragon and stuff. But remember when these things were in the sky?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. The Norway Spiral. Yep.
Yeah. They just say SpaceX causes all these things. They just everything they name after SpaceX. So anyway.
It's a catch-all.
Yeah, exactly. What's next? Oh, and then I thought this was funny. You wonder why the rocket supposedly blew up? Look at that.
Oh, somebody's getting fired.
Oh, shoot. What is that made of? Is that metal? Rubber? Looks like rubber.
Yeah, right? That's not metal.
There's that. And then of course, this is just to show you that Mars is actually here in the United States. What do you call it? Devon Island.
Uh-huh.
So for the new people, you can look this up. Look at this stuff about Devon Island, and you can see. And so all you have to do is in Photoshop, you adjust it, and Earth becomes Mars, and Hollywood becomes Antarctica.
You don't even have to go to Photoshop. Just go to filters and change the color of the background. It's so simple.
Right. You can go to the moon.
You can make a whole planet.
You go to the moon, you go to Mars, you go to Antarctica. Your choice. So, all right. Is that it? That's it. I got to get one of these. If you've
ever flown on an airplane, you have flown in space. So there's that. Because that's the only place where there's space between the ground and the dome.
And what do you fly on? A plane.
A plane.
Not a globe, on a plane. So yeah, I got to get this. I got to get one of these and put it in my window because I think that would be hilarious because then it would make everything out there make sense. So, and okay, lastly, just because I do have to leave you with some scripture here, and just to let you know, if you look up in Jeremiah, it says in here, he says, so his people, that I leave my people and go from them. They all be adulterers, assembly of treacherous men, and they bend their tongues like a bow for lies. They are not valiant for the truth upon earth. They proceed from evil to evil. They say they know not me. Take heed, every one of his neighbor, and trust not in any brother. Because they always say that. They call you bro. Listen to me, bro. I'm telling you the truth, bro. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. So, and thine habit is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. And then, of course, he says, bad things are coming to them. So there's many passages that tell you that lying and deception.
And what happens to people who do not love the truth, that they're given a false delusion,
right?
A strong delusion because they did not love the truth. Just
because somebody's got the name pastor, anybody can put a moniker in front of their name. They're not reading the Bible. These people that tell you that they're Christians, they're not. They're what God told you to be wary of. And so all I can say is this, because I do have to scoot, and I feel bad that I'm racing to get out of here. But if you're new to my channel, thank you. And I'm normally on at 6 p.m. Every Friday. And I go over the stuff that I did, usually a little slower, not as hectic, but I also relate it to the times that we're in. And we are in what I believe, like Jen does too, we're in the short season.
That makes no sense.
That guy,
the little all kinds of stuff when you factor that.
It does. It makes I hit the wrong, but we're in the.
Why is everything so muffed up and screwed up in this world? Why? I mean, that it doesn't have to be this way. We all know it.
It's
deliberately being done.
Right. We're in the short season, the little season.
Pizza.
And for the elect's sake, the time will be short. This is why there's a separation of the wheat and the tares, and that has to happen before. everything
Take
else
the
out.
information that we're giving you and look further. Go past what some of these people are talking about. If you don't have a connection with God, the Bible is a wonderful thing, but you don't need it to make it. All you have to do is go in a closed room, turn off all the lights, don't have anyone interrupt you, don't have your phone or any distractions, and sit, and from your heart and from your soul, just ask, is any of this stuff that I heard on this crazy guy's channel true? Are you real? Show yourself. I need you right now. Whatever works for you. But if you do that, it's written. If you ask to see him, he'll be there because he's knocked at the door. He's just waiting for you to let him in. So if you haven't made that connection, try it tonight, and you'll be shocked at the results you get. And then you'll start acting and talking like us. But the thing is we don't have the fear that the world puts into us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All that's gone. God tells us not to fear. And once you feel him right there, because he is right there, once you feel him right there, you know that he's got you and he'll take care of you, no matter what the devil throws at us, because there's a lot coming, I believe. And that's our way out of it. And there is a truth, and it's not in the flat earth. The truth is in Jesus Christ. He's the way, the truth, and the life. And if you want out of here, that's the way you can figure it out. So, having said that, I'm sorry I'm rushing.
The armor of God. Armor up.
And as Jen always says,
let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys.
Right? So, dear Lord, please watch over us and guide us through these times. Protect us from evil, no matter what comes our way, including Satan himself. Continue to guide us through these times. Open our hearts and our minds and help us get the patience to wait for the people that are still showing up and going, what's going on? Let us have the love and joy that you put in our hearts, that we can present it to them in a loving, kind way, and they can join us in this mess that we find ourselves in, but knowing that you have our back and that you are the way, the truth, and the life. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Okay. And you already said that let it not be said. Okay. So that's it. So then there's two things left. You get this.
Class is dismissed.
And I had to leave early, so if you got here late and you're walking in and I'm leaving, I'm sorry, but you can rewind the show. And to the people that have sent me, I got oh shoot, where'd it go? I got cards and letters from people. God bless you, and some people that have sent monetary things, and thank you. All of it is wonderful, and keep sending letters, cards, emails, buy soap, whatever you want. Thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. God bless you, and we will do this again soon. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.